everyone, it's me Laura from The Papered Soul, and I wanted to share with you my latest journal. This was a custom order for a Vintage Valentine's journal, and so it has sold already. I had a very sweet customer that came to me and wanted me to make her one of these. This is a 9x6 envelope, clasp envelope cover. And she also requested for a tassel to be put on it. I will show you that in just one second. I have some flat back pearls around this beautiful image. I will tell you I have a lot of images from a lot of people, so I'm going to give credit down into the description below the video. But I'm going to tell you who I used in this this journal. The paper that I used was from the Paper Studio Vintage Amour, and it's just really, it's a 6x6 pack of paper. So what I had to do, you know, I let this be the highlights. I worked around this paper by adding some more pattern paper that I had in my stash. The credits that I want to give, because they're scattered all throughout the book, is Vintage Holiday Crafts, Graphics Fairy, Iralimesia's Shop on Etsy, Calico Collage on Etsy, Cameo Shop on Etsy, Dreams Etc. on Etsy, and Tsunami Rose on Etsy. So got a lot of, just if it was vintage, if it was Valentine, if it was pretty, I popped it in there, or that's what my goal was. This is a chunky girl, let me tell you. And lots of ribbons and laces and trims. I have a heart-shaped lace on the spine that I did for the front and the back. And then this is the back. And I just did a little B-mine there. The tassel, let me see if I can get it in frame for you. Ooh, I don't know. I'll hold it up like this and try to hold the tassel up for you. But I do have a little chain with some charms. Let me see if I can kind of put it in the center for you there. The little wooden disc there with little lovebirds. I've got buttons, some little big baubles with pink. They're pink and red. I've got other buttons. I have two little birds on here for lovebirds, and those are little charms. I have a fun little glitzy heart-shaped button, and then an opalescent bead there. So that's my the metal chain portion. And then of course all the pretty little ribbons, the reds, pinks, blues. I've got some little rickrack here, and I hand-dyed that. And then the creams. I hope you were able to see all that. But anyway, that was a lot of fun to make, and it is detachable. I closed this journal with I think they call these bull clips. So I tied a ribbon between two bull clips, and that's how we can, you know, close the journal. So gonna go in. I have a pocket here in the front. And then of course I did a lot of sewing in this journal, stamping. This is just like a little handmade journal tag. I did leave some strings on some of them, so if my customer doesn't like those, she can certainly trim them off. I happen to just kind of like it a little shabby. Here is a little journal card there that I made. This is an image of little, I did a bunch of little hearts throughout where I sewed all around them and put coffee paper on the back. This is from the paper pad. And then I have, like I say, just little sewing and extra paper for journaling. I punched papers, I punched the edges. That's a little stamp that I had that also had doves on it, little love doves or love birds, and I tucked that in there. I made a heart card, journal card. You can write on the back. I sewed around it. This is another one. Put pretty red lace. The customer loves, my customer loves red and pink and anything Valentine. So I just did all kinds of stuff I could do to really decorate this up. This is just extra paper from the paper pad. And then I put, this is glitter ribbon. This is actually stickles on the love in those letters, and it matched perfectly. This is a heart booklet I made. I love to make the little booklets. Sewed all around the front and the back, and then put the coffee paper in there in the middle, which I love to do. So that's a belly band. Here's a cute little image. Sewed around this pocket, and another little sewn tag. I crocheted this little heart. I've been practicing my crochet. I haven't crocheted in years. My grandmother, she taught me, and I used to crochet when I was young, and or younger, I should say. Now y'all think I'm old, but anyway, when I was a little girl, I used to, crochet, so I'm kind of bringing that back, and I've enjoyed it. It's very relaxing. This is an image from Dreams, Etc., and actually I had it from my other journal that I last did, and it fit this perfectly, so I made a little booklet out of it as well. And this little Era paper clip I thought was very appropriate. Did some lines. This, I hope I'm in frame. This is one of the images from Vintage Holiday Crafts online, and I just sewed around it and put it on a paper bag. The ribbon around this helps you just kind of pull it open so you can pull things out of the bag, and then I left it open in the back for more tuck spots. Did some more stamping. This is also from, let me make sure I gave you the right, actually the little boy and little girl is actually from Ira Lamija's shop, so I apologize for that. I had gotten that from her, and this is from the Vintage Holiday Crafts. So that's why I'm just going to give all these descriptions in the bottom, because it gets confusing when you get a bunch in there. This is like a little tuck area in the back, the way I glued that down, and then between the picture and the base of the paper, there's like a little tuck area, and it says, "And they loved happily ever after." Made a little fun little heart card for that. This opens up and for more journaling. And I put some little washi tape down there at the bottom. More stamping. This also opens up for more journaling for the belly band. There are 2 signatures. 56 pages front and back total. So this is the middle of my first signature, and I took those little rosettes, that little rosette trim, and cut 2 off, and then just put, glued them over onto the string. I have 2 little love letters here. You can actually, that says "I love you," but you can actually open them up and write a little message in there, and I thought that was cute. So I just tucked these. This is a double tuck right here, where right here it's like a double tuck pocket there. So I just tucked the love letters in here, and then an extra little journal card. This is from Dreams, Etc. Love with all your heart. Got you some stamping. Happy Valentine's extra journal card, tuck spot there. Pretty lace. This actually comes, this is a cute little stamp. Just reminds you of that candy, the Halloween, the Valentine candy shaped in hearts. Let's see. And then there's eyelash trim, a doily, and this is really just a little booklet inside, so you can tuck little things in there, and it just comes off. So there's more journaling pages here, and this is, well, I'll show you the other side when I flip the page. This is one of those that just kept getting larger and larger and larger and larger, and I know you all know all about that. Another pretty little image there, and it just tucks right in here. Lacy pocket. I've got some journal cards, extra paper. I did some stenciling. Extra little sewn tag. I love sewing those little tags. Here's another sewn journal heart card. Here's a paper bag, and again I put like a little tab on the front so that you can pull it out to tuck something in there. It's got a pocket here at the bottom, and then you can tuck little things there. I made this tag. This was a lot of fun to make, and like I say, it's got a nice little quote. "You hold the key to my heart." I did put a lot of quotes in here as well. And I put a little heart-shaped key there, and made another little sewn heart that sits in that little pocket. And again, more journaling space behind it because that does come off. This is like a double corner tuck on this side, so just put some extra paper there. This little heart tab here, you can just use that as a tab to turn the page. I got some eyelash trim here, and more paper from the little kit. Stenciling. This one was fun. I used the trim out of one of my punches, and I just made a trim out of it. And then I also did the same thing around this little heart that I attached to the pocket, and I kind of just, you know, scrunched it around, ruffled it around, and punched it out. As I punched it out, then I would ruffle it around and inked it and everything and made the heart lacy, and I put it on a pop dot. So that's another little pocket there. Belly band on the back. I have like a little sewn, another little heart there. I just tucked them all over the place. So that's the end of the first signature. Here's my second signature. More paper to journal on from that pretty paper pad. I did stenciling, trim on that made a little pocket there. This is this was just something I was trying, and I did the scalloped, a new little stitch on my machine, so I did the little scalloped edge, and it was just so much fun. And it is fragile. I'm gonna fix, I'm having to glue some of it together because what it did, it's so full and perforated that it basically did perforate the paper. So in a way, to me, it makes it look more vintage because it's like, you know, tattered. But I am kind of reinforcing some of these areas with the Fabri-Tac to make sure that that stays there. But I just thought that was so pretty with this trim here with the little rose stamp. One of my favorite pages here with this image, the clown is from Vintage Holiday Crafts as well. Okay, so I put this on top of a glassine bag. So this is a glassine bag, and this little heart tab, you can just pull on that to help you open this bag. You've got a heart over here that there's a side tuck. So there's a little love greeting down here, an old vintage love greeting down here at the bottom. And what I did, it's so small, so what I did is I printed it out on coffee dyed paper, sewed around it, and put a tab on it so that you can see what, you know, that actually says, and it just tucks right in there. So then, you know, inside the bag, this is between the bag and the image, and then inside the bag, I think they're calling these a Herman Linda, little writing journal tags, and then I left it open for more space back here. It does say "Be Mine" with some eyelash trim. More stamping. I made another little booklet in this little pocket. That was a lot of fun. I just love how you can just use up all your papers and just have all kinds of writing space. And I did practice lots of different stitches on my machine, which I haven't done a lot of that, so I enjoyed doing that. This flips up for more writing, and then of course that's the pocket. This is an image from Tsunami Rose. It's so pretty. And it just went so pretty, I thought, with that paper. It's kind of like she just got flowers from her bow. So anyway, flipping, turning the page, another little fun heart. You can see like a little image of a doily on the back of that one. Just some paper that I had added that's so pretty. And again, I have the stenciling in there. This is a little belly band. This opens up. I'm going to try to open it up. I put a tab at the bottom corner and the top corner. So what will happen is this does come out, and so you can, you know, lift it up. Actually, I don't think that'll go. So you can write on this, and then you can write on that side. And I know I got inspired from all of this from Paula Lemon. She's like a little, I told her she was like an origami queen where she does all these things with paper. More stenciling, an image that is actually just glued down there. This is another little bag that has just a little heart tag tucked away in there. This is lifts up, so if you wanted to tuck something right there, and it does have the lace extra paper that tucks behind the bag. from the kit. I did put like a little ribbon tab here and put some little bling on it. So some of these edges that have been punched can be, if you get a lot of turning, they can kind of get a little just worn, which to me adds to the whole look of the vintage look anyway, but you just want to kind of protect them too. So I just put a few little tabs on them. Here is a stamp there, and I just kind of did some hand dashing to make it look like it was sewn on. Got a damask bag. I have these in my shop also. I know they're real pretty and popular for these journals. Another quote, I keep his sweet words like old love letters, tied up in ribbons in the back of my mind. That is by Natalie Jensen. And so what I did in this bag, and I'm gonna untie it, and I'll just tie it back later because the way I have it woven in there, it's kind of hard to get it all back together. But I actually made a little packet of love letters that were stacked together and tied with a ribbon. So each one of these comes open. I'll open one to show you, but each one comes open kind of like the little miniature ones I showed you. And there's 3 here, and I just have them kind of in a bundle and tied up with a ribbon. So that's what's in this little bag, and there's plenty of room to put some other items in there. The back of that little flip is, another little tuck area, and I've got like a little tag there that will come out, and you can put things in there. This kind of reminded me of like old love letters. Put some trim there for that little tuck spot, and then again I have like, I think that's kind of what her Melinda has done. And just like a little stamp tag there. This is a tuck spot. I really was working on my ability to do pretty embellishments and stuff, and I was really tickled with how this turned out. It started out as a banner, and then it just looked so plain, and I just wanted to add more to it and everything, so I was really tickled with how that came out. So I just have, like I say, a couple of things tucked in there. More rosettes on a string. Let Love Bloom, another little pretty tuck spot. I believe that's, I want to say Tsunami Rose. Again, it's not safe. Now I understand. Usually I've been able to keep up with things, but when you start putting a bunch of everybody's stuff in, it's just hard to keep up with it as you flip through. And this is just like a little tuck spot right here. A little pocket there, more journaling space. More lace there. 100 hearts would be too few to carry all my love for you. And there's all my little hearts in a jar. Like they're floating up or falling into the jar. I just thought that was cute. This little other side of the bag is holding another little tag I made that I sewed. Did a lot of sewing. This also is a little tuck spot right here in that jar. Another little turn ribbon, little tab there. More journaling space. This is an envelope. This little paper clip I thought was so cute because it's got a heart on it, so it looks like a little love letter. And this does come off. It's just a little envelope and I made it from the paper from that little pack. It does have, it's got another little heart in there inside. See, and some paper. Stenciling. Beautiful, beautiful Valentine image here. And that does come off, and I just thought that was so pretty. And then I put glitter ribbon at each of the little 4 corners, and then I just kind of drew some hand-drawn journal lines with some little hearts on the back. Let's see if I can put this back. All right. And this paper clip also holds this. So I made this little tag, sewed around it, put the heart there, backed it with some of the pretty paper. These are, stickers, and I put them on the back of some pretty papers. Love the colors, the teal blues, the creams, the pinks, the reds. It's all just like really, really, really pretty, really Valentine. Here's my last page. It says, "You've got my heart on a string," and I've got some pom-pom trim, and they move, so you can, move them out of the way and do your journaling. There is some heart stenciling that I did. But, just kind of a movable element there. That was a lot of fun. And then I just left the back, plain. I love that color, and then nice and clean. I signed it, created by Laura Bain, The Papered Soul, February 2018. So here's my other side of my the bull clip, and the back, of course. And then you just clip it back. So it's a real easy closure. And there you have it. So that is, I did not think I would be doing a Valentine one this year. I thank Charlotte so much, my customer, for challenging me to do this. It was a lot of fun. I really did, it was just a lot of fun creativity. And so I really thank her for that, and I hope she loves it. And we'll tell you things I've got coming up. The next journal that I come to you with will be a giveaway. I had already been committed to this custom order, so I had to get that done first. And now I need to clean my craft room. I need to do my taxes, and I need to clean my house, and I need to make you all a giveaway. So anyway, I know Valentine's has already come and gone. I hope everyone had a great Valentine's, and I hope everyone's having a good February. Spring will be here before you know it, and I do thank you for taking the time and all your kind comments and support, and I will be coming to you soon. Take care, everyone. Thanks. Bye.